Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a weekly message for water signs. So this is for February 15th to the 21st. If you're a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, this may resonate for you. Keep in mind though, it is a general message, so take the pieces that feel like they're for you, disregard the rest, my friends, and go about your day. But know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world, your personal freedom and your personal power on how you get whatever fulfillment it is that you'd like to see. And to me, that's awesome because, again, it's personal freedom. We have that, and it's something that can't be taken away from us. So however you feel that you need to move forward this week, do that. Follow your heart's calling, follow your own intuition. And I heard, listen to no one else. You may want to ask for advice, but I heard, there's also something about permission here that's coming up as well, especially I think if it has to do with another person's work or with someone else. I feel like before we share other people's stuff, we may need to ask permission. I give you guys full permission if you would like to share this. I would love to have that. I would love that. But what I want to say as well is, guys, thank you for being here. I love you all, for all my subscribers. You guys mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like it resonates and you'd like to see more, hit subscribe, join the journey with me, and let me encounter your energy more often, because it'd be pretty awesome to have you along this ride. Help me build up our tribe. So I'm going to take a few minutes to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and my team of light to join us to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me only as the clearest channel possible with the most far-reaching of messages for you guys, only messages that are for our highest good. Okay, so let's see what we have today. I'm going to start out first with the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. I want to show you the book because this is a new deck, kind of came out in 2020, so it's not totally new, but it's absolutely wonderful. So for any of you guys who are feeling like you'd like to add a little more self-care into your practice, I love this deck and I absolutely suggest it. So we're going by element of water. Please, Spirit, what messages do you have for water signs? And this week we get Dream Journal. There may be some crazy astrological stuff impacting your life right now, impacting our dreams, and Spirit saying write it down. If you've been having crazy dreams, I know myself, I have been. They've been off the wall, weird dreams. So for some of us, it may be really, really important to write down what we're dreaming about. Notice any trends as well. This could also be dream journaling. Same thing I was talking about, but dreaming not necessarily in our sleeping, but what are our dreams? What are our hopes? What are our aspirations? What kinds of things are coming up in our unconscious that maybe we need to work on? Is there any animal totems coming up in our dream space? Let's find out a little bit more here, Spirit, please, about the dream journal, or is there anything else you would like to let water signs know? Build your strength. Take care of your body. Do things that engage your muscles. Make sure you're getting enough protein as well to make sure that you are keeping yourself strong as well. But she's doing this with her eyes closed, and I really like that. It's not punching with your eyes closed, but she's got her third eye open here. And I feel like it's really important because the more we balance ourselves out, the more we, let's call it workout, or strengthen our body and build strength, the better we're going to feel. And I feel like the more grounded we're going to feel as well. When we engage in strength training, this is really awesome for helping anxiety, our mental health. So this week I feel it's about balance, but when you start to strength train, you might find yourself really tired. As well as one thing I've found, and I want to share this because it's been a game changer this week, has been magnesium. That it really, really helps relieve sore muscles. So you may want to look into that if you are strength training, especially if it's new, or if you find that it's so sore afterwards that you just don't want to do the next workout or the next day, that you're finding that the recovery time is too much. Try magnesium, calcium magnesium. They're really good for our bones, and they're really good for our muscles too. I want to read to you a little bit from number 6, so this builds strength, just to make sure I didn't miss anything as well. The mantra with this is, I am strong, my body, mind, and spirit are resilient. It's time to move and strengthen your body in a new way. considering a new fitness class or exercise video, a session with a personal trainer, or any other creative strength building ideas that you come to mind. Remember not to get caught up in your physical appearance. Strength can manifest in the body in many different ways. To maintain focus, think of a goal you'd like to accomplish that requires some additional strength, like hiking up a steep trail or running a certain distance. Focus on the outcome you wish to attain instead of how you want your body to look. Most importantly, be sure to celebrate when you reach this goal. The journal prompts and things you could ask yourself are, what makes me feel strong? And I think this is really wonderful that they're saying don't focus on your appearance, because if you make it all about your appearance, things might not work out how you plan. So for example, I'm going to use my high school gym teacher. I remember her, all of us about 16, and a lot of people really self-conscious about our bodies at that point. And my teacher reminded us, say, you know what? There may be things, no matter how much you work out, you will not get rid of. And she had really, really thick thighs, and she wasn't a big woman. She was fully muscly, but genetics play a part in this. So knowing that sometimes we can improve our strength, we can work on parts of our bodies, but we're built the way we're built, and there are sometimes not things you're going to be able to change fully. But also it's saying don't get caught up in the aesthetics of this. Do it for the right reasons. Do it to feel good, not about how you look. Because if we're doing it for how we look, when we stop seeing results, we're going to quit. But if we're doing it to build strength, we're going to keep going. And I really like this. If it's talking about try going up a steep hill, if any of you guys have done something like that, or if you go hiking, there'll be places that are brutal. But if you're building your strength, or the more you do that hill, you're going to realize that it wasn't so bad this time. So that's really wonderful, because I feel like this is almost keeping in balance too our physical and our mental areas. So pay attention again to your dream space. Is there something coming up repeated? Are there repeated patterns? I heard Jungian. Some of you may want to look up Carl Jung and his archetypes and dreams. There's also, to me, spirit animals are really, really strong as well. Let's get one more card for this week, please, in terms of self-care for water signs, please. Heard take your time, right? Especially in terms of this building strength. Rest goes hand in hand with sleep. Journal goes hand in hand in building your strength. Make sure you get enough rest. Know that you're fully entitled to rest, and resting does not make you unproductive. If you feel exhausted, don't push yourself. Give yourself a rest. What I heard is, especially if it's with building strength, I've been following Beachbody 21 Day Fix. I really like Autumn Calabrese. I find that she kicks my butt in the best way possible. And what's important though is that she says, be stronger than your excuses. And that always hits me hard, because I got a lot of those. Many of you might be able to identify with that. But what's important here is that be stronger than your excuses, yes, but if you're absolutely dog tired, take a rest, because you don't want to hurt yourself as well. But making sure that everything's in balance, that you're not building strength for 6 hours a day and not getting the time you need to take a rest, that it's all done proportionately. You have flow like water as well. For some of you, this is get in that water, my friends, and swim. This is your element, the water sign. Be fully submerged into it and move how life brings this to you. So like I heard, for one day, if you decide that, you know what, today I cannot do a workout today, what other priorities or responsibilities I have, if it feels like this needs to be a rest day, give yourself a little bit of credit and give yourself leeway. But also that when you move with the flow, you're creating much less resistance, and this is allowing that abundance to come in. They want me to give you, speaking of that, abundance planning is underneath this. And I think that this is really awesome. The whole energy of this week, the idea of taking care of ourselves, planning for what we want, planning for abundance. So One of the things could be abundance comes freely to me. It says living expenses, education, self-development, savings, travel, free money, right? How to keep track of your finances. Don't shop when you're hungry, things like that. If you're wanting to save a little bit of money, write down how you can do those things. What are your goals to attain this money? How are you going to go about it? So moving with the flow of the universe is definitely going to help bring in more of this abundance as well. What I heard too about that, and I heard cash flow, one of the things about that flow like water is also, I heard, especially groceries, buy what's on sale, buy what's seasonal, plan your shopping around what is on sale, and if you can stock up ahead of time, you're going to save yourself in different months or weeks where you may not always have the same amount of money. Okay, so they want me to give you a little bit of a reading from number 24. Flow like water. The mantra here is, I give thanks for my abundant waters for the abundant waters of Mother Gaia. Water naturally carries intentions with it. As one of the 5 classical elements, it is an incredibly valuable resource for our physical and energetic bodies. It holds the power to purify us physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It can infuse water with intention through your speech, thoughts, and prayers, or by placing sacred symbols or words of positive affirmation on or under your drinking vessels. Tune into your mind's eye and picture the water cleansing you. Where are you? What kind of water is cleansing you? Is it from the ocean, a river, your bathtub, or an ancient water temple? Manifest this vision in your life and look for new ways to connect with water. Skate on ice, surf in the sea, paddleboard on a lake, or even simply shower with an intention. Whichever way you go about it, offer great reverence and sincere gratitude for the waters of this earth. And a journal prompt that might help kind of bring this more into focus is, what beliefs and patterns would you like to wash away with the help of water? And for some of you, I saw strength training as well. For some of you, this is again that idea that we only work out so that we can look good. Feeling good is just as important, and it's going to help your sleep patterns as well. So making sure that you get enough rest this week, my friends, and know that with this star here, that's what also is going to help us shine. If we don't get enough rest, we're going to have giant, big black bags under our eyes. And we're going to kind of feel like a walking zombie. Your smile might be a little bit less. You might glow just a little bit less. So I'm also hearing with this flow like water as well, drink your water. Get enough water into you. If you find you're drinking a lot of sugary or caffeinated beverages, after every one of those, switch and drink a water. Help yourself change your cycle just a little bit. So, the bottom of the deck they want me to show you is positive affirmations. And what I'm hearing about this is being very body conscious. Positive affirmations. I'm thankful for my physical vessel. I'm thankful for my body. I'm thankful that my body can move. I'm thankful for the strength that I'm building. When we give gratitude and thanks for what our body is instead of what we're trying to create, and when we love ourselves and our body and our physical being just as it is, then we're not saying I'm trying to change you because I hate you. You're saying I love you and I'm trying to keep you healthy. And I think this is really important, especially for women. Men have body images too, but young girls and women, we are fed I heard inconsistent lies, but it is not inconsistent. It's been pretty consistent of this is what you should look like, and there's been a lot of body shaming, as well as I heard like high school locker rooms, going back to high school, right? Men and women both feel this is a place where you can have a lot of inferior feelings and competitions, but what I heard is don't compare yourself to someone else. Just compare yourself to what you were yesterday and focus on the strength that you're building, what you can do now. And like this card said, remember not to forget. Don't forget. I'm all mumbled, but don't forget to celebrate your victories. Those non-scale victories are really important. Okay, so what I'm also hearing, there's a lot about this, is measurements. It's really important too. If you're feeling like you're not seeing scale victories, right? This is where we focus on those non-scales. Take your measurements so that even if your weight stays the same, again, we're not trying to get some sort of physical appearance, but weight down as well can be really, really important, especially if we are facing major health concerns. And I heard it's going to be better for your knees. Measure yourself, take pictures of yourself so that if you're not seeing scales moving, you're seeing that there is changes. So I also heard consistency, focus and consistency in getting that water, my friends. So before I move into tarot, I'm going to ask a message from the Earth Magic Oracle, and you get a few things. We get solitude here, an island, and you get dragonfly. This was in the reverse, and it's not normal that I would read these cards in the reverse, but for some of you, if you've spent a long time on your own, it may be time to, talk to somebody or reach out to a friend if you're feeling like it's kind of getting to you. But also what I'm feeling about this is it's important to spend some time alone, because if you can see, there's not a lot of sun coming in here, okay, in this fortress of solitude, but this tree, I think it kind of looks like those wisteria trees. It's full bloom. That sometimes solitude is what helps us bloom. So this could even be where in your time alone, you are definitely working on building your strength, getting enough rest, and just keeping yourself healthy. And we also have dragonfly in emergence. That it's going to be time, I feel like this is spring, summer, to, one thing I heard is bring out your new body, rock that body, much like a dragonfly. The dragonfly spends years. It could spend years in the water, right, as a nymph, as a weird-looking worm thing. But then one day, it comes out emerged with wings, and it can fly. This is also balance between the water element, our emotions, and our head. And for some of you, I heard they could be a really strong animal totem for you. You could see these guys as well, and they could also, I heard, represent passed on loved ones, trying to pass on a message for you. But this to me speaks about come out of the depths of this emotional, if there's been emotional despair, if there's been your feelings of being distraught or sadness, allow that to really transform you. Allow that pain to transform you. When you're working out, put on some friggin' music, some angry music if you need to. If you've been going through a breakup, I want to share a song that I really like with you guys. It's by Audio Slave, and there's this song that's like, now I'm free from what you want. I think it's called What You Want, and it's like one of those things that just gets you pumped up because you don't have to focus on someone else. This is really focusing on you. So whatever it's going to take for you to come out feeling more yourself, Spirit's saying, do that, okay? The bottom of the deck, oh, I love this, is spring, rebirth, baby. Just like this, it's rebirth. It's saying, I started out one way, but I've transformed, and there's no apologies here at all. This is really, really gorgeous energy. Focusing on what we can bring ourselves new, what energies that we're replenishing, what new energies are coming to us, as well as you have music here and harmony. And to me, that also speaks of listen to music. There could be, it may be like healing frequencies, binaural beats. It just could even be that you're listening to music that helps you and motivates you, that helps you keep your goal. Okay, so let's get some messages now. I'm going to use the Muse Tarot and find out what advice you would have, Spirit, for water signs, please, for Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. What advice do you have for the week? You get the Muse of Voices. And this is basically the king of voices, but what I love about this is they're feminine. They are not necessarily masculine, feminine. It's mostly this muse is a feminine entity. And this is clear. We also have the triangle down here, that there is, I heard, the pathway to greatness. So one thing as well is whatever it is that's going to help you gain clarity, is there something that is helping you? I heard gain admission too. Could be if you're looking to go for school, or even coming to, I heard, like admitting to ourselves. Things of guilt could be admitting our, oh my gosh. Okay, I heard admitting our flaws. And I want to say that this is not in a negative way, okay? If it's feeling admissions of guilt or feeling our flaws, this is so that we can change it. Okay, I also heard we don't want to focus on that. Some of you guys may have in the past really focused on everything that we feel wrong about ourselves, and this is like, don't do that. Focus on everything that's good about yourself and your power of intention, the power of your mind to create a whole new world and a whole new universe just by changing our thoughts. If you get self-defeatist, angry, or shameful feelings, if your mind is playing tricks on you, if you feel like your anxiety is crazy what's the word I'm thinking, going off the rails. Mercury's in retrograde and I'm a Gemini. Mercury's my ruling planet, so I definitely get tongue-tied, but I feel like there's a lot here that you may even be tongue-tied in your speech patterns, having trouble to speak about something, and it could be why there's solitude here, that we've been alone. But I feel like this is really getting clear in our headspace that what's happened to us in the past, they're all for transformation purposes. They're all to help us grow and to evolve. And if there's things in our past that we're shameful of or we don't feel really good about, great thing is, live in the present. We are not that person anymore. We can change who we are. And if we have these things, these could even be guilty feelings plaguing you, when that happens, say something like, nope, I reject you, right? And think of 3 things. So this is retraining our brain to think of 3 different things that we're proud of ourselves for, that we think that is wonderful about ourselves. I feel like this is a lot like when we can retrain our brain on how we see ourselves, this is going to help us rebirth. And with the spring equinox as well, I feel like this is where you're going to see a lot of the gains from your hard work that you've been putting in. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit about this Muse of Voices? And this card's going to take that too. So 3 cards flew out. You have Awakening. And this is really gorgeous. Number 20. You have the 5 of Emotions. Oops. We have the Magician. And we're having here Justice. I think that we're really starting to wake up and open up to how our mental space does create a reality. And I feel like it's important here that we're awakening to the places where, with the 5 of Cups, this 5 of Emotions, it's maybe an icy place. She's got the moon tucked in here. We're not opening up about our feelings. We're keeping everything close to our heart. And we're existing in our icy little palace. This reminds me a little bit of the movie Frozen, when she's down into the ice cave seeing all the things that's past. Because yes, water does have memory. Our hearts can hold the memory of heartbreak as well. But I feel like this is saying as well, if there's been places of lack, if there's been places where we haven't felt good enough, we're really going to open up to see where they are and to create this with a place of change. Because there's also, I'm hearing ripple effects, partially because of this, and then if you can see something's been dropped in to this water, that you may still be facing the ripple effects. I heard could be breakup, could be the loss of something that is definitely weighing heavy on your heart. But this is important with this Magician, because again, what we think we create. So if you are feeling in a sense of lack, if you've resonated with what I was saying about shame or guilt getting you to know that we can rewrite this, and that we're the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves as well. So we want to bring justice to this situation to change the way that we're thinking. We have 3 major arcanas in this, and the universe is definitely supporting you. So I feel like it is definitely important to take care of yourself, to build your strength, and to really recognize and honor your worth in this world. Spirit, and they have the bottom of the deck they want me to show you, which is the Queen of Materials. This could be a earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You have the Muse of Voices, could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Libra here with Justice. And the 5 of Emotions could be you guys, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I feel like regardless of whatever sign this is, by the end, once spring rolls around, whatever it is that may have been plaguing you, whatever emotional turmoil that you may have been going through, I feel like by that time, you're going to start emerging into a much more grounded and stable version of yourself. Someone who sees your own worth, you're strong, you're vibrant, and you're grounded in this world, and you know that those pentacles that you hold, they're yours. You worked for them. This abundance planning, it worked. right? Whatever you're working on, it worked. So move with the flow. Do you, my friends. If it feels right, go for it. If it doesn't feel right, don't go for it. But we want to find ways to bring justice to our hearts, to bring balance to our hearts, and to create and to be loving in ways that are stable, grounded, and here to stay. So that's the message I have for you. Remember again that you are the magician in your world. What you think, you create. And if we allow emotions to overcome us, they can really cloud our judgment. As well as what I'm hearing before I let you go is for any of you guys who feel like you are an open portal or an open medium and you're having trouble with entities or spirits around you just constantly, you're not sure what thoughts are yours or where these, I heard infiltrated as well. Some of us could have spirit having infiltrated our thoughts. Really set up boundaries, energetic boundaries, and say, you know what, that those kind of thoughts are not welcome here. Things like this, but setting up this white light bubble around you, and that the only energy that can get through is what you allow. Okay, I think that's really important. As well as what I'm hearing is you may want to look up Reiki for shielding and grounding. And also, if you're more interested in how to shield, how to ground, you can definitely check out YouTube as well. I believe there's probably multiple or many different videos on how to do that. Okay, but I myself like to envision a white protective bubble. I call on Archangel Michael. I say, Michael, put that sword down through there, because it's like the sword in the stone. The only person who can remove that protection is Michael, and he's not going to do it. So call on your spirit team. They're here for you. But again, be discerning on what it is that you are listening to, whose voices it is that you're listening to, as well as I heard for some of you may be pregnant with this Queen of Pentacles. So building your strength and taking care of yourself, having an active pregnancy is really important as well, because you're manifesting your desires, you're manifesting something brand new. And this magician, to me, I know it's not, I see a vagina in a lot of things, okay, but it feels like the cosmic vagina, cosmic portal to be birthed open. And you have the power, my friends. This rebirth, it's because it's not just a birth, it's a rebirth. It's you walking out like if you were on some makeover show where people are like, oh my God, I don't recognize you. But like, yeah, well, it's me. Take a good look, right? Regardless of it's you changed your physical appearance because you've been building that strength, or your strength of character is so strong that you've been able to overcome so many things and you're shining greatly as the individual that you are. So I hope that resonated. I hope you guys have a very wonderful week. I love you all. If this resonated, if you'd like to leave a comment below, please do. I'd love to hear from you. But if not, that's fine. And I love you, so I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.